Gemstones News TV channel. I am your host, Michael T. Porter, and I'm bringing the news to your ass like no other. Let's see. Let's see. Get the poll going. Why is domestic violence? Why is domestic violence so abundant these days? Let's see the first one, jealousy. Jealousy, need for control. Or see surge of toxic people. What else I can think of? Jealousy. A lot of people are jealous. A lot of people want to be controlling of the other person. Surge of toxic people in our society. What else? What else? People just one more. Poor communication. Yeah. Yeah, what I need. Alexandria Hubbard. I get her name right. Alexandria Hubbard stabs her baby daddy all up in his chest, chased this man down, and they slept together the night before. It's her apartment, and they slept together on the night before. He's not on the lease, so whatever happened that night, she went through that phone. She went through that phone, y'all. Why is domestic violence so abundant these days? Jealousy, need for control, surge of toxic people, poor communication. Ooh, this is gonna be a good one, because this girl right here, she look a little dirty, like she smoked weed all day. She has some pretty eyes. I don't know what's wrong with it, but that girl look crazy. She went through that phone, because how in the hell y'all go from sleeping together the night before to getting stab wounds? Y'all. Let's see. There we go. Stabbed this man up. God damn. Out here in Dallas, Texas. Shout out to Dallas. Oak Cliff is one of the big hoods out there, big predominantly black neighborhoods, handful of Mexicans. This is where it all went down out there in Southampton. I was messing with a broad out there. That's way on the other side of town. And stabbed this man up. When the police got there, they found this man unresponsive, rushed him to the hospital. He was pronounced dead. The night before, they slept in the same bed. They wake up and he's getting chased down with a big old knife. He gets ran down on by the mother of his children. Like that. That's crazy. I believe he was cheating on that phone. She went through that phone and she saw him talking to another broad, saw him talking to another trick, saw him engaging with another female, and she lost her mind. And a lot of times, you know, when you don't marry a girl and she see you talking to other girls, that lowers her chances of getting married to you, especially if you have kids. If you have a baby mama and your baby mama see you talking to other girls, she's putting in her brain, this dude ain't gonna never marry me because he's still talking to other women. So she was like, not only did you knock me up, we not getting married, we still broke. There's a lot going on here, but she caught him cheating. Because it didn't say her husband, it said the father of her child, so they ain't married, and we have another generation of broken homes. This is a product of broken homes because she, as a woman, should have said, you're not going to clap my cheeks until we get married. You're not going to go up in me until we get married. Because if I give you a child, no other, especially in today's time, no other man is going to deal with me because I have some crumb snatchers running behind me. Got these crumb snatchers. These little crumb snatchers in today's time, men, because women have been giving their stuff away to a lot of the Pookies and a lot of the Ray Rays. They don't want stable men because a lot of these girls can't handle a stable man. They want a stable man, but they can't handle a stable man. They love chaos, especially in the black community. Most black women love chaos. They love drama. Look at the shows they watch, right? I say that's all women actually, but especially in our community, we take it up a few notches. So they don't want no engineer. They don't want no doctor. They don't want no guy running their restaurants or running a multi-unit manager. They don't want, even if they real young, they don't want, if he's an athlete, if a black man's an athlete and he's going to school, she's not trying to support him. She's trying to kind of ruin him so he can come down to her level. Because here's the thing, when the youngster say he's 18, he's about to go to UC Berkeley or USC or Notre Dame, so he got a scholarship. She is so self-absorbed that she knows that when he goes to that college campus, there's other women over there, and now she got to compete. A lot of women feel just by being in contact with them that that boy is automatically hers. Women are possessive. So what I'm saying is, if a high school couple is dating, they're in senior year, she feels because they're a couple, she owns him. She feels because they together in high school, she owns him. But reality sets in, he's about to go off to college. There are, instead of, let's say in the senior class, there's a regular school, they have 500 seniors, 600 seniors. Let's say has more girls, say 400 girls. He's about to go to a campus where there's 10 to 20,000 females, or 10 to 20,000 students. So let's say there's 10,000 females. So you go from 400 seniors to 10,000 girls. These college campuses are huge. Have y'all seen how big these college campuses are? These college campuses are their own town. Out here, UTI, University of Texas, UTD, University of Texas, Dallas, out here in Richardson, in Dallas. Man, that campus covers up a whole bunch of cities. It goes from Richardson all the way damn near to Frisco. These college campuses, and there's a lot of girls. They got cafe shops, they got restaurants, they got apartments. It's nothing for him to get out of class, knock out his studies, and go talk to one of these broads at the dorms. She knows that, damn, he's going to be successful. A woman wants to be your only option. A woman wants to be your only option. They know that you're gonna be somebody. Deep down inside, she's watching the way you move. Damn, this dude is a serious dude. He's always going to class. He's always on time. He's getting good grades. He's getting trophies in high school. He's gonna be somebody. His parents, he got support from his family, and then her insecurities start coming in, right? So this is why they come most. I gotta say, most women, they know where they are in life. This is why you are who you pick, right? So if you a low life woman, deep down inside, she's a low life. She ain't going nowhere. You know, she doesn't know how to support the man. at the very least, you should support your boyfriend. Let's say not long distance relationships usually don't work, but let's say he goes to school in the city or near the city. Support your man. Start acting like a wife, and then he'll keep, because you were there in high school for him, you were there for him in college, you know. But they don't want to support him. Their mind is not supporting a good man. Their mind is on bringing him down. That's the name of the game. Let's see. Why is domestic violence so abundant these days? 100% of people say poor communication. Shout out to let's see. Make sure I get the name right. VOIP Logistics 1. Booker Low 1977. Handle your business, player. 198% fact. Yeah, that's just what it is. Women are intimidated. They want a good man, but at the same time, their insecurities, their lack of relationship skills, they're threatened by a good man. Most of these girls can't handle no good man. There's structure, there's discipline, there's a certain level of maturity. They can't handle no good man. They cannot handle no good man. Pookies and the Ray Rays, right? So it's not the woman's fault this broken home was created. She stabbed this dude. I guarantee she went through that phone and she saw what was in that goddamn phone. He was texting this. She probably went through that phone, and you know they're not married, so he probably went through that phone and saw the text messages, and the text message probably went like, yeah, you know, I'm at old girl house. Old girl, that's her name now, not the mother of his children. Old girl, I'm at old girl's house, and you know, I'm spending the night, but when I get up in the morning, I'm gonna come see you, and we can go do our thing, blah blah blah. You know, I really care about you. Once I get this straightened out, you know, once I get this taken care of, me and you, we're gonna be official. I guarantee you that's what she saw in that phone. You're gonna make things official with another broad, but you have a family up in here. This girl, look at her. She lost her mind. She went bonkers. I'm the mother of your mother effing kids, but you over here texting another broad talking about you want to start a life with another broad. I got another plan for you, nigga. How about I end your life right now? She grabbed that knife. She was contemplating all night after she saw her baby daddy texting this other girl. She thought about it because he's in the report, he was sleeping at her house. It was her apartment, and the leasing office said only Alexandria Hubbard, the girl right here, only her name was on the lease. So he's spending the night. Mr. Jones, her baby daddy, was spending the night. So she had all night. This is premeditated murder. This is premeditated murder out there in that Oak Cliff where Yellow Beezy and Trap Boy Freddy from. It's crazy out there. Them girls are crazy. I know I dated one. They're crazy. She thought about taking his life all night. I believe there was an argument, and she played it cool, and he tried to leave, right? So she tried to leave. Now, they were down the street from the apartments. I don't know where the kid was. It didn't specify where the kid was. Maybe the kid's at the grandma's house. You know, most parents are unfit. So the baby's probably with the grandma. So they were at some store, but they were less than a mile from her apartment. So they were around the corner from her apartment, and the argument broke out in the car. So she had the knife on her. Let's say they went to the store. They were going to the store. They came out the store, but the whole time she was contemplating murdering him. See, she had these thoughts overnight. As soon as she went through the phone, she had these thoughts. So she had the knife on her the whole time and poked his ass up. He ran out the car and chased him around the parking lot. But by then, a little woman, she's slim. She can't be, well, maybe she may be tall, but god damn. 3 people lost their lives. This girl she will be going to jail for premeditated murder. Her baby daddy lost his life. Stab wound to the chest, all up in here. The thoracic region, all up in here. Man. Shout out to Critical. Oh yeah, she crazy. Look at her. She looks soulless. She looks like she have nothing to live for. I don't know if she has education. I don't think she has any accolades. I don't know if she have any credentials. She doesn't look like she have a career. Look like she smoked weed all day and just she has no purpose in life. That's why you gotta find people, date people who have something to lose, and you try to want to date people that's on their purpose, man or woman. You want some people that's motivated. You want people that's positive. You want people that's gonna be in your corner. This girl had nothing to lose. All she has, and this is gonna sting, ladies. All y'all have, most of y'all women, all y'all have is your emotions. She let her emotions get the best of her. And look where it got her ass. Got her ass locked up, out of there. She'll be doing bare minimum 25 years because it's premeditated. They're going to go back. Oh, okay, you went through the phone and the argument started and you were walking around with a knife. Because the court's going to ask, where did this knife come from? Where did that knife come from? You got to find a woman that's on her purpose. She has no purpose. Hair ain't combed. Now, granted, probably the police roughed her up. She probably tried to fight the police. That's why her hair all nappy. But, you got to find a woman that's on her purpose. Her purpose may be to be a good mother, to be a good wife, to support you. She's in the church. She's got a good little job, and she brings home the money. If my woman ain't bringing me a third of her check, I can't talk to you. Shout out Miss Veggie Woman. Oh, you eat healthy. What did he look like? Did he have purpose? Did he have anything? He probably did. He probably didn't. But I know she on her purpose. She's going to jail. And he's out of here. He's in the upper room and she's going to jail. This is what happens when you don't get married. This is what happens when you just out here just having kids. This is what happens when you're not on your purpose, getting some goddamn money, trying to figure out ways to elevate, going to school, getting some skills. This is what happens when you're not functioning. I see when you're serious about where you're trying to go in life, because we have a short window, it's a process of elimination. You start eliminating BS out your life. You start eliminating foolishness. You start eliminating certain people out your life. I had a lot of girls, because I ain't say very intelligent, but I like to use my mind. I like writing, do music. I like to do skits. I like to read books. I like to learn new things, because the more you know, the more money you get. Most people are poor because they have nothing to offer. They have nothing. Because you don't have nothing, you get nothing. That's the way it works. If you have no skills, if you have no experience, if you have no trade, if you have no degree, you're going to be poor. That's just what it is. There's a lot of people out here that say school is stupid. To a degree it is, but it depends on what you're going for. Listen up very carefully. You need to be educated on anything that you do in life. Even if you're an entrepreneur, you don't have to spend hundreds of thousands to go to school, but it is good to know how to run a damn business, which means you have to educate yourself. I think people get the words mixed up. Education is necessary, but institutions aren't always necessary, because you can learn how to run a business in today's time just off the internet, getting the information off the internet, how to get an LLC, this and that, how to get into real estate. You really don't have to go to school for that. All you gotta do is get the money up. You get your credit up. You can read about that, and you can even call Experian, and they can help you build your credit. So you really didn't need school for that. I want to own a lot of properties. Say you want to get a apartment complex, or you want to get a townhouse. You want to start renting the properties out. How do I do it? Well, you don't have to go to school for that. Like I said, but you still need to be educated. You still need to call Experian to get your credit up. Equifax. What's the third one? TransUnion. You still need to learn about credit. Like I said, you still have to learn. So education, you never stop learning. That's the goal. Never stop learning. But it is good to get your accolades. It is good to get proof of your knowledge. So when you go onto the market, you can show these mofos what you about. Oh, I got a degree in this. I got credentials in this. I passed this training program. I have this license, blah, blah, blah. So when you have that type of mindset, a lot of girls, they'll hate on you. A lot of y'all are sleeping with the enemy. Like, damn, this dude, he's cleaning himself up. He's getting some goddamn money. He's learning. He's always in the books. He's charismatic. Your own girl will hate on you because for some reason, women get in their feelings and be like, oh, he's going to leave me in the hood. He's going to leave me behind. Learning and self-education. Bingo. Now, see, some Miss Veggie Woman's getting it. She's getting it. Somebody is finally getting. Oh, the poles are changing. Miss Veggie Woman is getting it. Learn for yourself and get into these institutions, whether it's a trade program, automotive, uh, radiology, nursing, whatever you got to do to elevate your skills. You have to. I'm telling you right now, they're bringing people over to this country. They're bringing a lot of low-skilled laborers over here. So you thinking that you can go work at McDonald's and Circle K and survive is over. Back in the day, if you and your boyfriend, y'all both got dual incomes, or yeah, y'all can make it. But today's time, you ain't gonna make it. You have to get a skill or a degree, and something that's gonna get you some money. Get a degree in engineering, get you a degree in something that's gonna make you some money. Then you can start building, start investing, so you ain't working so damn hard. Why is domestic violence so abundant these days? Poll question is changing up. Need for control. Woo! Okay, so need for control, 33%. Oh, it just changed. Hold on. Need for control, 29%. Surge of toxic people in our society, 29%. Another 29%. And still reigning supreme is poor communication, 43%. A lot of poor communication. This is why this girl was in her feelings, because she feel like her life is over. When you have a baby, little ladies out there, all little mamas out there, because grown women should know this by now, but if you don't know, for the grown women too, but especially little mamas, your value is in your discipline on how it, your value is your womb. Once you give a man a child, your life is over. Your life is over for many reasons, but the main reason, nobody, especially in today's time, nobody else is going to deal with you for the most part. Now, there's probably be some guy out there that's going to take on another man's responsibility, but I want you to clearly understand, once you have a baby, once you have a win-win, your life is over. Hopefully the guy that you had a baby with, y'all married and y'all are building, because nobody, especially in today's time and how expensive it is, no man, well, most men, my personal opinion, I think 90% of men is not going to be trying to help you raise a child that you made with somebody else, for one. Two, no man wants to constantly be in, because when a baby daddy comes into your life, I mean, a stepfather comes into your life, he's still taking orders from your baby daddy. Why? Because if a stepfather, say we live in Texas right now, I'm in Dallas, but I want to move to New York. I got a job position in New York, or just want to move to, for whatever reason, I want to move to New York. I have to check in with the girl I'm dealing with, and then she has to check in with the baby daddy. If the baby daddy said he don't want that child, say the child is 10. If the baby daddy said, I don't want that child to go to New York, we can't go to New York. What kind of stuff is that? Why would a man deal with that when he could just be single or have his own family? I am not about to be rich or well off, and I'm still have to check in with another man on every decision I make. Did you know, as a stepfather, you can't even enroll the child into a school? You have to go through two people. You have to go through the mother that you're dealing with, the baby mama, and then you have to go through the baby daddy. Your opinion won't matter. What if you say, oh, I don't like that school, I want the kid to go to this school? That's not up to you. That's up to the father. That's crazy. Ladies, if you have a child, your life is over. Now you're gonna be start easing up. Whoa, nigga, whoa. Before we get hot, before we start kissing, before backs start getting blown out, are we getting married? What is your position on us getting married? Before you crack my back, I need to see a ring. We need to go down to this thing. We need to have a proper planning, and that's simply what marriage is. Proper planning for life. It's a proper planning. Housing. How are we going to get our finances together? What schools are we going to go to? See, all these bases have to be covered before you even think about having a child. But we do things backwards. Everybody want to have a child first and then try to plan for life. You're supposed to plan for life. That's what marriage is. You're two individuals, man and woman, coming together. They have a serious love for each other and they're planning for life. All these things need to be out the way. Poor communication, still number one. No, surge of toxic people, 38%. Proper planning. I ain't gonna lie, I dodged a lot of bullets. Now that I'm looking back at the heifers I dealt with, like, damn, I couldn't. What if you would have had a baby? Nah, I'm not the one just throwing people on the bus. Hell yeah, everybody like it raw. That's how you get to 8 billion people on Earth. Everybody like it raw. Everybody like it nasty. But I dodged bullets. They just never got pregnant. I was like, ooh, thank God. Because now that I'm looking at what if you would have married these bras? I mean, what if you would have had a baby with these bras? Oh, God awful. Those of you just tuning in, this woman right here, she killed her baby daddy, stabbed him in the chest multiple times. They went to the store. He had spent the night before. They got up in the morning. They went to the store, and on their way back to the store, she stabbed this man multiple times in the chest. Police were on the scene. She tried to flee the scene, but they caught her black ass. They rushed him to the hospital out here in Dallas, out there in that Oak Cliff area, and he was pronounced dead at the hospital. He was pronounced dead at the look at them lips. Look like she smoked weed. Oh, look at her. And there's a lot of people in Dallas that don't like this girl. I don't know what she been doing. She looked borderline evil. She did out here in these Oakland, in these Oak Cliff streets. I don't know what she did, but because I was on I found this story on Facebook, and a lot of girls were like, "Yeah, that's good for that bitch." Damn. I'm so happy that her raggedy ass going to jail. So this girl got a reputation out in the hood. This girl got a reputation out there in the hood. She has rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. That's not the type of life you want to live, y'all. You don't want to be looking over your shoulder. You don't want to be hated. You don't want, oh, come on now. That's what I'm saying. Get you a clean, good woman. And ladies, get you a decent man. They're going to treat you right. But that's the reason why I put that toxic, the reason why there's so much domestic violence. There's a lot of toxic people out here. There's a lot of people that's not made for relationships. Let's see. Shout out to Blickadoo. Why is domestic violence so abundant these days? 14% jealousy, need for control, 21% surge of toxic people is reigning supreme now, 36%, and poor communication, 27%. She went through that phone, y'all. That's why like when I have a girlfriend, she never gets my code. Damn, what you mean? Oh yeah. My pimp hand is strong. I stopped giving my code out to girls because I realized like that's possessive. It's none of your business what's going on through my phone. Because here's the thing: if I'm gonna marry you, right? Which means I went out of my way to spend a lot of money on these diamonds for you. You get the diamonds, right? When I pass away, you get the house, you get all of my possessions. But my family, I'm still gonna take care of my family, so I'm gonna write a will and all that stuff. But but you're next to kin, so you have decisions on my health. Let's say we live to be old, or we're having, or like something happens to me. You're next to kin, so you get you have the authority to make the major decisions. So you get the diamonds. You have the authority to make major decisions over my life, and if a nigga don't make it, you get all of my possessions. You get the life insurance. You get the house. You get the money. You get everything. And all I ask is for you to let me have a little bit something to myself, and that's my phone. That's why I don't get my phone out. But if a woman goes to my phone, I gotta cut her off. Because that shows like you're just doing the most. Like you're getting everything, and then you still want all of it. No, you're not gonna get all of it. Beat it. It's none of your business what's going through my phone. You already got the diamonds, you already got the houses, and you're gonna get most of my fortune when I leave. I have the right to have a little bit of privacy to myself. You're not just gonna be coming up in here and just take over everything. No. We gotta have some boundaries. That means you lack humility. You lack what's the word? You're not humble, because there's a lot of girls who won't even get married. So not only do you have a husband, you have a beautiful house. While I was alive, you have a good life. You're going to have a good life when I leave, and you still want the code to my phone, and you got diamonds, and you got cars, and you being protected? Whoo! Hell no. Shout out to Ryan. That's a good question. He say, Ryan H, 2691. Do I have any? Hell no. Lately, I've been pushing the narrative. Men need to man up and understand women are just women. They're highly sexual, highly emotional. And if they're not, these are women who, mostly women are not aligned with God, right? Their feelings and their ego and their emotions are more important. They're highly sexual. They're highly emotional. And they're hollow. Most women are hollow. That's how they're designed. They're weaker of the species, and it's our job as men to pour into them, to build them up, to correct them, right? But here's the thing. A lot of dudes are crashing out. So I always say, I would never fight over a woman. If she's cheating on me, I'm not crashing out. I am not going to jail over no cookies and no cheeks. I am not about to be spending 25 years because I went through my girl's phone and I saw her video of her giving up some top to her work husband. If you have a girlfriend, to answer Ryan's question, why I don't have domestic violence charges, because I move different. I hope most guys move different, and grasp some understanding. If you are dating today, it's always been like that. Women have always had multiple men in their lives because they are weaker of the species. They're designed to lean on men. Even single women, they have a guy that fixed their cars. They have another guy in their contacts that give them money, their sugar daddy. They have a boyfriend. He's there for emotional support. And then they have an actual husband. That's like her business partner. That's her everything. So women keep multiple guys in their contacts because they can't face the world alone. So when you see girls going for this guy and that guy, they're with these different guys for different reasons, because they're scavenger minded. And that's how they're programmed, because they're weak. They're here to serve men, right? So, but traditionally, they're here to serve men. You're supposed to get married, and she's supposed to be a helpmate. You know, she's supposed to help a man. But because they're unstable, they can't help men. So there's the scavenger part of their nature is in overdrive. Instead of just staying with one man and serving that one man, and you guys go build, they want to be independent while still leaning on a whole bunch of men. So this is why if you have a girlfriend, even if you have a wife, she has a scavenger mindset. Well, what if my husband leaves, or what if this happens, or what if that? Well, I got Ted, you know, and what if Ted slips up? He can't fix my car anymore. Well, I can go talk to Jerome. Jerome, he good with cars, and he be giving me some money. I give him a little ass, and he give me about $100. That's how women work. So if you have a girlfriend, Mr. Ryan, and she's at one of these jobs in America, I don't know if you're from America, she has a work husband. So don't crash out, Ryan. Everybody tell Ryan, if you have a girlfriend, Ryan, and she had any of these jobs, especially one of these warehouses. Texas got a lot of warehouses. I don't know about other states. There's a lot of warehouses, and these girls are wearing them. I used to work at those warehouses. Man, them girls, married women, single women, baby mamas, they all got multiple men in their life. I can tell you about at least 10 girls came up to me. They've been engaged. She tell me, oh, my boyfriend, he's an engineer. He does this, but you want to kick it this weekend? wait. Whoa. You just said you had a boyfriend, and yeah, but don't worry about it. I got that under control. That's what she told me. She said she has it under control. And do you want to kick it this weekend? They all got boyfriends. So, Mr. Ryan, that's why I'll never have a DV charge, because I know how women are now. So don't you crash out, Mr. Ryan, please. And if you know a crash, you can. This is how you know if your homeboy is a crash out. He's always complaining about this girl. She's cheated on him. He caught her cheating, and he's still complaining about it. He gets that look on his face like, I don't know why she's doing it, man. I caught her cheat. He start whining like a little girl. Start fussing. If you can feel it, fellas, when you start getting your start getting in your bag, and you really start to see, man, my homeboys are crash out. This dude about to crash out. Tell them, say, hey, brother, that's just what they are. That's just, they gonna be choosing. I don't give a damn how handsome you are. I don't give a damn how nice you are to that girl. I don't give a damn how masculine, how much masculine energy you push off on her. I don't give a damn how many houses you build. She will always choose. It is not, it's like I said, it could be for reasons you will never know why she chose that guy. You a good dude. Oh, he got that sex appeal, or he got money, or he listens to her. Your girlfriend has other guys in her life. Let's go into these comments. Give some shout. I'm going to go to the poll first. This girl stabbed the girl behind me, y'all. Stabbed her baby daddy multiple times in the chest. Pronounced dead. He was pronounced dead at the hospital. Let's see the poll. Why is domestic violence so abundant these days? Jealousy, 17%. Need for control, 17% as well. Surge of toxic people, 39%. And poor communication, 28%. I feel y'all. Let's see. They must not be women over 50. Shout out to that Val 9315. Harrison Greg. Harrison, that's a guy's name. I'm trying to figure out bro. So this is a guy, because most guys refer to me as bro on here. Shout out to. See, I'm not one of those dudes that get in my feelings. He said, bro, your ego is too much. You're just a sexist hurt bitch. This man just calling me a bitch. But see, I brushed that off because here's the reason why. He has a masculine name, but he's a lady boy. It's obvious that you're a lady boy and you don't understand women. You understand nothing about life. But I'm here to help. Because this probably be the same guy that'll crash out. This probably be the same guy that go through his girl's phone and see all them news she been sending to her work husband and probably loses his shit. He's the type of guy, Mr. Harrison Gregg, gonna get that rifle. Mr. Harrison Gregg gonna go down, go down to the job, and that nigga gonna be searching for Tommy. Tommy is the guy that his old lady is sending news to. That's her work husband. He's gonna go down there because he has no experience. He has no emotional intelligence. He has no awareness of the jungle that we live in. So he's the type, when his girl cheats on him, Mr. Harrison Gregg gonna crash out. Let's see. Great value. Yeah, but your mama still let me crack her back. So what's the difference? There's a lot of hurt men in these. I never thought I'd see the day with grown men. You grown after 18, because if you commit a crime, you go into the penitentiary and they're going to treat you like a grown man. You grown. Theoretically, you're grown, but you still got time to grow. But 21 and up. And this is how I know a lot of these guys. See, you're talking to a guy that has experience with women. A whole bunch of women. I'm good with women. I know how to communicate with women. I know how women act. See, a lot of these guys in the comments, they've never been around an abundance of women. Like, been around women who, like, I listen to their conversations. See, these guys can't even get close to these women. Average women, beautiful women, below average. Just women that I don't look at the looks initially. I'm looking at what they're talking about. Trying to grab some understanding of a woman's mind. They're emotional. They're egotistical. And they're going to do what they got to do to survive out here. And that's their purpose in life. That's how they're designed, to lean on men. But they're leaning on multiple men because they're not stable enough. They don't have the relational skills to stay with one man. That's why they have multiple men in their lives. So a lot of these guys, he said I was hurt, because that lets me know you don't get coochie. You're not around coochie. Like, you wouldn't even know what coochie is if it kicks you in your ass, right? If coochie had feet and it kicked you, like, wait, what's that? What's that fleshy patch that just hit me in my ass? There's too much killing. DV, I think there's more people dying from domestic violence than the gangbanging. I think there's more people dying from domestic violence than gangbanging. There are like hundreds. I'm not gonna say thousands. There's thousands of stories across the nation of either the man killing the woman or woman killing the man. It's off the chain. A lot of people don't have love in their heart, and that's why their relationships fail. That's why they get in their feelings. That's why people are just out here just to be out. They're just in a relationship just so they don't be alone. That's not a reason to be in a relationship. The ultimate goal when you get in a relationship is to reflect God's glory. Because when you guys get your act right, you give hope to man. You guys ever go out and you see a nice couple and they're getting along? I always went, damn, how y'all doing that? You ever see an older couple or even a young couple? They're out to dinner and you look at them like, damn, they genuinely enjoy each other's space. Like, damn. And have you guys ever talked to a couple that's in a healthy relationship? It's the most beautiful thing on earth. Like, they got it. There's a certain glow about these people. That's a reflection of God's glory, especially for the Christians. If your main purpose is to give hope to man, your main purpose is to be an example. Your relationship is supposed to be an example of God, right? Your relationship should reflect God's glory, maturity, patience, forgiveness. Does this woman look like she'll ever forgive anybody? Or does she look like she hold grudges? Does this woman look like she will forgive somebody for doing wrong, or does she look like she will hold grudges the rest of her damn life? I would say grudge. Your relationship is supposed to reflect God's glory. That there are decent people in this world. That a healthy relationship is possible if that's what you desire. If you desire a healthy relationship, God has to be the foundation of it. And that's why I always ask fellas, I always ask a girl, whenever you start getting serious with a girl, ask her this question. So let's say we've been married for about 7 years, and I cheat on you, but I felt bad. Would you forgive me? If she says no, leave her alone. If a woman doesn't forgive you for cheating, leave her alone. There's no forgiveness in this woman. There's no maturity. She lacks understanding about how human beings are. We're all flawed. So what she's initially telling you that you're not allowed to be human no more. What she's initially, especially Christian believers, your husband cheats, but he felt sorry, which means he did care about you. He does still care about you. Here's a scenario. He cheats. I mean, he tore this girl ass up, cracked her back, but after it was over, he felt an immense amount of guilt. So he goes back to his wife and he lays down all the details. I'm sorry. I do still love you. It was a mistake. A real woman is supposed to be patient with her husband. I'm not saying she doesn't have the right to be angry, but she's supposed to be forgiving. Maybe not initially right away, but her initial response is, let's talk about it. Your woman's initial response should not be, oh, hell no, nigga. I'm getting divorced. I'm taking this. I'm taking the kids. That's why I tell you guys to ask that question. Would you forgive me if I cheated? Especially if you're a Christian believer. If she gives you anything other than, let's talk about it. Why'd you cheat? Do you love the other girl? I just need to know because I don't want to continue this if you're falling in love. No, babe, I don't love her. I just made a mistake. You know? But if there's nothing on the lines of showing maturity, showing patience with you, and you her husband, the father of her kids, she got to go. Because this woman it just showed you that there's no love with her, there's no patience within her, and there is no compromise with her. It's her way or no way. And I don't need that in my life. I don't need that in my life. Girls get angry. Girls get angry when you ask that question. Well, fellas, if you hear a girl say this, you go to her, you apologize, you're showing humility. I'm sorry, baby. I cheated. I really want to work it out with you. Can we talk? And if she hits you with yeah, I'll take you back, but can I give me some dick too? No, I don't want you out there getting your back cracked. I made a mistake. Well, you did it. How come I can't do it? That's a little girl you're talking to. Well, if you go out there and have your fun, how come I can't have no fun? Because she's not with you to love you. She's with you for power. Most women don't want love. They want power over a man. And this is why you got to ask certain questions to see if she's seeking power over you or if she's seeking to genuinely love you through thick and thin. Because I thought the vow said for better or for worse, through sickness and in health, for rich or for poor. It doesn't matter what we going through. We got to keep God first and get through these situations. So you got to see if this woman has the mental state, the emotional state to get through your cheating ways. Is she a real woman or she's a self-entitled little girl? Is the marriage and her legacy more important than her emotions? A lot of guys got bamboozled in their marriage. They thought they were marrying a woman that's going to be there through thick and thin, and look at the divorce rate. Now he's broke. There was a story about this guy. I'm going to cover this. I'm probably going to do it today on how he said, how did you go broke? He said, what was the one thing you can do over? He said, I would have never gotten married. So the interviewer asked, it was on the street interview. He was like, well, why wouldn't you have never gotten married? He said, well, that's how I became financially destitute. That's how he was flat broke after his divorce. Broke. She took him to court and drug his ass through the mud. He said, I was broke. Child support, alimony. She took half. And every time he got a paycheck, it was going to the child support. Every time he got paid, it was going to the alimony. You know, he had to start his life all over again. But I thought the vow said for better or for worse. Ooh-wee. This girl, you know, I don't know if she's ever going to get out, but this girl, you can see in her eyes, she just has no purpose on earth. I told y'all they hollow. You look in her eyes and she has nothing to live for. You know, you would think by her having kids, she would have thought like, you know, maybe I shouldn't unalive. Maybe I shouldn't kill my baby daddy because they need a father and they need their mother. But her emotions and, you know, demonic forces was working on this girl. Demonic forces was working on this girl. Damn. All because I don't go through my girl's phone because, you know, now that I know how women are, all I'm gonna do is upset myself because I'm gonna find out that she has somebody, right? She's talking to somebody else. I don't go through her phone because just like she's not going through my phone, so it's none of your business what's going on in my phone. If a woman start questioning about my phone, baby, we can still be cool, we can still be buddies, but now you're starting to put on extra stress because see, when I was single, my phone was my phone and life was good. Now you over here, you're starting to whine about the phone. You want my passcode. You're not getting the passcode. So just, it is what it, that encouraged you to trust me. Do you trust me? I hit her with this. Do you trust me? Well, if you trust me, why do you need to have my passcode? Make it make sense. You trust me, but you need my passcode. You trust me, but you need my passcode. Make it make sense. Check these polls out. Why is domestic violence so abundant these days? Jealousy, 18%. Need for control, 21%. Surge of toxic people, 36%. Poor communication, 25%. Got to keep God at the forefront of everything that you do, and everything gonna be all right. Maturity. We got to have a lot of maturity and patience and understanding, and we got to learn how to put ourselves aside for the greater purpose. The greater purpose is your marriage. The greater purpose is your kids. You know, and now if you're single, whatever your purpose is, God, wherever your purpose is or your talents, get on it because we have a short window here on earth. Miss Jolie, for a gentleman, if a woman doesn't forgive you for cheating, leave her alone, ladies. If a man cheats, wait a minute, what does this mean? Miss Foley, I'm trying to interpret with Miss Jolie Fleur. That's French. I think that's French. Gentlemen, if a woman doesn't forgive you for cheating, leave her alone. Okay, I agree with that. Ladies, if a man cheats, leave him. No, no, no. Ladies, if a man cheats, leave him. No, miss, you're going against my message. No, no, no. If your man cheats, you stay with him. What the hell's wrong with you? If you both cheat, stay together forever. Yeah, but you gotta get some counseling though. Y'all guys need to figure out stop the cheating, and because usually when couples cheat, you know, there's something lacking. They're not being stimulated enough. There's some aspect of the relationship where they are not being fulfilled. If you both cheat, stay together. Yeah, you do need to stay together. May I never meet neither one of you. Amen. So this is a lonely, bitter lady, I presume. This is a lonely lady. Lady, if your man cheats, you know, drag his ass down to the clinic. Make sure he ain't got none. Y'all both go to the clinic and ask him. You have the right to ask. I'm not saying just take any old thing. You need to go down to the clinic. Make sure you guys are clean. Then he needs to tell you, hey, and a woman has a right to ask, are you, do you believe she's pregnant? He said, no, I don't think she's pregnant. Did you use condoms? No. Now there's another, see how cheating just make things just worse? So, but if this man is being honest, that means he loves you. Because he didn't have to tell your monkey ass, your husband really didn't have to tell you that he clapped that girl's cheeks. He's only telling you because he felt guilty and he still love your dumb ass. So, I don't know, ladies, if a man cheats, leave him. That's probably one of the worst advice I could ever tell a woman. Leave him and go where? So you're telling ladies to leave their cheating boyfriend and go where? Oh, ladies, there's a location of faithful men who making six figures or who have a good job. There's a location in the United States where there are faithful men. Well, where's this location at? Same thing I ask guys. You need to stay with your cheating wife because where are you going to go in this dating scene where you're going to find somebody loyal? Oh, I'm going to leave my cheating wife and go back in this dating scene and find somebody faithful. Woo! Oh, the lady behind me. I think somebody asked the question, who's that behind me? This lady in the background, I'm out here in Dallas. Shout out to that mother effing Triple D. She killed her boyfriend. She went through the phone and she stabbed him in the chest. She tried to get away from the police. The police caught her black ass out there in Southampton. That's in the Oak Cliff area of Dallas, where Yellow Beezy and Trap Boy Freddy and all them be hanging out. OG Bobby Billions. They're scared to come outside. All them niggas, that's where they be at. Southampton. And yeah, she stabbed her boyfriend and got into an argument, stabbed his ass up in broad daylight. She tried to get away and the police caught her black ass. Found this story on Facebook, but there's a lot of people from that area who don't like this girl. And I don't know if she's a gangster out there. I don't know if she been backdooring people, but a lot of people don't like this girl. It's on Facebook. That's how I found the story. They said, I'm glad this bitch got locked up. That's good for that funky hoe. Damn. Whoo. No, it's not this. Who said it? Woo. Now we about to get started. Miss Southern Charisma. I don't know. I can't see. I think you sound like you're a woman. The icon is small. No, she said, sis, you're a lady. Let me tell y'all something. If he cheats, you stay with him. Where the hell you gonna go? Be single, okay? You saying be single. So if he cheats, you're not even considering the reason why he cheated. Maybe you're the problem. Did you ever think that you're the problem? He's trying to find whatever that you're not giving him. You ever thought that maybe he's trying to get it from another woman? Why is it your immediate response was be single? Oh no, and it's not simple because people have kids. Most couples rely on each other for financial stability. Even if the man makes more, his wife's extra income does come in handy for emergencies. Like I said, when I get married, my woman, she has to give me a third of her check, and the other 2/3, she can do what she want with it. Now, if she don't have money at the end of the year, that's on her. Because what I do with the third, I'm going to be investing that money to make sure that our finances grow and so on and so forth. But your wife is there to help you and get on your purpose. Your job as a man is to protect and provide. Take those resources and multiply those resources as a man, right? Take her resources, not all of it, because I don't need your money. I just want your body, baby. I just want your body. But your wife doesn't need to pay you at least a third. And you take that money, you put into savings, you put into Roth IRAs, you put into stocks. She's supposed to be paying you. You're supposed to be helping me, because at the end of the day, when I die, all you're going to do is get it all back. She said, let me see this. See this? She said, well, now I agree. Let's see. B Single just said it's her fault, right? You don't like her, let her leave. You don't like her, let her leave. You keep sleeping with men and women you like. Now, you're right. She should have left him. Now, see, the thing is, they're not married. Now, if you have a baby mama and a baby daddy, then, see, the thing is, he didn't want her, and she still wants to be with him. That's why she stabbed his ass. But y'all have kids together. The only pushback I have, you say, it's simple to leave. It ain't simple. They have to deal with each other for another 18 years. They created a broken home. They have to bounce their kids from one home to the next home for the next so many. Let's say the kids are 7. For the next 11 years, they have to ping pong their kids from this household to this household. So it ain't that easy. They still have to make this new term. It's a broken home, but they call it co-parenting. They still have to co-parent, which is highly dysfunctional. Because they didn't get married before they had kids, they created a broken home, but they're calling it co-parenting. They still have to co-parent. She still has to have some type of relationship with this man. So she can't just be single, right? Now, single as leave him alone. Yeah, she should have left him alone. But going back to what I said earlier, because you came in a little bit later. Going back to what I said earlier, no, she can't find nobody else. She has a desire to be with a man. Let's just say it's not her baby daddy. In today's time, guys are not dating baby mamas. Women are not designed to be alone. She's in a dilemma. It's called a dilemma. It's a lose-lose, right? You said she should leave and be single. Well, women aren't designed to be single. They're not strong enough to face the world. I don't give a damn how many degrees you got. Emotionally, they're not designed to take on the world. Because all these career women, know what happened to them? They're miserable. Because no man wants to deal with a high-powered, masculine, suit-wearing woman. Right? But to be fair to women, a guy don't want no broke-ass girl either. Just keep it moderate. You know, you want to move up. As long as you can be feminine and take care of that household and put your God and your husband before your career, everything will be all right, because you're already smart. You're already making the money. Once you start making the money, you need to reprogram your priority. God, your husband, family, your career come last as a woman. Your career come last. So you saying that she should be single. She's not designed to be single. So she put herself in a lose-lose. She is single, which means where is this money going to come from to take care of herself and the child or the children when he's not around? Because they're co-parenting. When the kids are with her, she still needs money, because most of the time when guys get these girls money, ain't a lot. They out there in the hood. Them niggas ain't got that much money out there in Oak Cliff. So what is she supposed to do? She has to rely on a man to survive. So when you say it was just be single is simple, it's not simple. She's a woman. She's too weak to face the world. And the second problem is she can't find a man because she has a child. So this is why I believe she went through that phone, because she's trying to work it out with this guy, because nobody wants her. Not because she's a bad person. Not because, well, she is a bad person. Well, she just killed somebody, but you don't know that until you meet somebody. But I'm saying baby mamas, well, in my experience, most of them are terrible. But let's just say she is a good person. It doesn't matter. She has a child. So she can't just leave her baby dad. She has to rely on the man. So she has a messed up life. She just ruined her life. That's going back to the beginning of this live. I said, when you have a baby, your life is over. Hopefully the person you had a child with, is y'all married. You married to him. Let's see. You're not designed to be cheated on. The world ain't perfect. So, at what point do you ladies grasp maturity and understanding how the world works? We do not live in a perfect world. When you go out and start dating a man, you're taking a chance. When a man goes out and start dating a woman, you're taking a chance on being hurt. You're taking a chance on being cheated. But this is a negative outlook. You should be at what age do you be like, you know what? Right now, if I'm dating, there's a strong possibility that this girl is talking to somebody else. And in today's time, most women are talking to other guys. That's just what it is, right? So going into the relationship, I understand that, but I also, you got to put your best foot forward. You know, I'm gonna have positive thoughts. I'm gonna give this girl my best, and if it don't work out, it simply work out. You know, let's create some good times. But let me see if any of you women said, can we sit down and talk about it? Hold on, before I move forward. And fellas, this is why I say if she ain't sitting down and ask you why you cheated, if she ain't showing no type of patience with your black ass or your Mexican ass or your white ass, if she's not willing to sit down and ask you and be with a gentle spirit, does any of these women have gentle spirits? Because a gentle spirit is patient. They don't understand, man. Barbaric, all that testosterone. We're not allowed to be humans no more after we get with these women. They're possessive. They're goddesses. You better worship that girl. You see, she could have just left. Yeah. Sidebar, people will do the same thing in life for a nude and a comment. I know we all need a coin and engagement, but we need morals and values. The money will come if you work hard. See, Miss Jolie is a woman I would never be with. I talked for an hour. What time is it? I gave a whole hour. I gave absolute details and examples of why you should take your cheating husband back and work it out, because how the world is set up. And she said about morals. No, it's not about morals. It's about your ego. You have most women, I say 95% of women have a goddess. They have a goddess syndrome. They want to replace God. Oh, believe me, if a woman, most women, see, most guys are aligned with God. We're masculine. You know, we love women. You know, most guys cheat, most women cheat. Everybody cheating, but when it comes to a woman, she's not concerned about the legacy. She's not concerned about the good times. She's not concerned about forgiveness. She's not concerned about all the relationship skills it takes to survive in a relationship for 10 years, for 20 years, for 30 years, for 40 years. She's not concerned about that. She's concerned about you worshiping her and not making no mistakes. She doesn't want any other woman around her. She's possessive. She's a god, right? She's a goddess. And just like God in the Bible, God wants all of you, right? Every inch of your existence. A man is not supposed to give a woman that much power. She wants power. Going back to what I said earlier, they want power. Let me see if any woman said, well, let me sit down and talk with him. Now, the poor kids have no kids. Dad is dead. Mom in prison. Yeah, you're right, Southern Charisma. What problem did that solve? Yep, they ruined the baby's life, but I'm trying to see in the comments. May not be designed to be single, but I'm not designed. Oh, okay, I read that one. Yep, and these are women, their emotions rule over them. And what they try to do is become your God. You're not my God, woman. I'm still a human. I still mess up. That's why I came to you and apologize. Let's see if any of these women willing to apologize. I don't see any woman on here. Shout out to No to Be HBO. All women are insecure. Somebody making some sense. Let's see. Southern Charisma. Be single. Stop complaining. You will not be miserable with those horrible women. Be single. Stop. Was easier for a man to be single because we are the providers. See, every day a man wake up, he gotta get some goddamn money. He gotta figure out how to get some goddamn money. Men and women, but our approach to getting money. So I didn't see anybody. So this is a prime example how I'm saying it proves my points. Women are not looking for forgiveness. They're not aligned with God. Most women are not aligned with God. They want to become your God. They want to become the goddess in your life. And now the courts, the system, the state government, local government, and federal government have given these women all kind of power to do so. We all gotta the whole entire we're living. Remember that Beyonce song, "Who Run the World?" Girls, who run the world? They are running the world right now. And in the end, look where it got us. Nobody's getting married. What somebody would have told us, I wasn't alive then, but 50 years ago, 40 years ago, let's just say a prophet came and said, did you know in the next 40 years, say it's 1970, you know in 40 years, there will be no husbands or no wives? And you be like, what you talking about? Did you, there's a prophecy. Did you know in the next 40 years, nobody will be getting married? Nobody getting married? That would be like borderline blasphemy if a prophet told us that. Did you know that in the United States, that in the next 40 years, there'll be no wives available? There'll be no husbands available. Man and woman will be clashing. There'll be a gender war of all gender wars. Because gender wars have always been here, but it's never reached this type of level. Social media, music, and all these things. But I'm going back to Miss Charisma when she said, we said how we approach to get money. Our approach to getting money and how women get money is different. Because women are not designed to, initially, they're not designed to go out and work 12, 14, 16 hours a day, put in all that work. They would much rather have a man do it and they can just play with their babies, or have a little part-time job and support their man. They'd much rather do that than go out here like a man and run shit and build shit all day, all night, all day, all night. No breaks, no recess. Most women are not designed to that. It's not a woman's nature to go out and build and in that manner, right? It takes a very masculine woman to do these type of things, right? So let's see. Have you ever considered dating a woman, Southern Charisma, and you and your wife, Miss Southern Charisma, y'all can be, y'all can bathe in each other's emotions all day? So they all proving my point that these women are not of God. Did prove my point right now. So yeah, if a prophet told us 40 years ago there'd be no wives, if somebody would have telling the youngsters right now, hey, finding a wife is rare. Finding a woman who ain't trying to replace God in your life is rare today. They want to be your God. Meanwhile, they got 4 or 5 niggas in their phone. Crazy. Domestic violence is through the roof. What if I told you, hey, lady, there'd be no husbands because most men, when that time comes, most men will be acting like women. What if I told you, ladies, it'll be very rare to find a husband because they'll all be feminized? What if I told you, ladies, that, you know, a lot of men, even the heterosexual men, they don't even want to be bothered with you because the dating scene has become so atrocious that men don't even want to be bothered no more with the women. Crazy. So most women today, they're not forgiving. They'll rather bathe in their emotions. They'd rather drown in their emotions than work it out with their damn man. Crazy work. So there's way too many women, and see, anytime you question a woman, you know, so Southern Charisma is a black woman and she's bitter because I would never date a woman like that. Once you get to a point in life where you just have a zero tolerance, I understand women. So see, she's slick talking. Well, if you don't do them out, because I'm your goddess, Southern Charisma say, well, I'm your goddess. I'm trying to replace all the, she talk about morals and all this stuff, but didn't God say forgive? Aren't husbands and wives supposed to forgive? She never mentioned, well, maybe I should sit down with him. Baby, do you plan on leaving me? That's a legitimate question. Do you love this other girl? That's a legitimate question. No, she never went down those lines of having a mature conversation. She never went down the line of having a patient conversation with her cheating husband. He messed up. She never, like I said, her emotions overrided the situation. The situation is her husband was honest. Does the husband get any kudos for being honest? Because he didn't have to tell your monkey ass. He really didn't. Did you hear any of these women say, you know, I'm trying to understand why you cheated? You know, no, just I'm your God and just do what I say. The moment that you cheat, I'm gonna drag your nigga ass through the mud. I'm about to take you down to that court. But baby, I'm being honest with you. You're my wife. You're the mother of my children. I made a mistake. You're not allowed to make mistakes, nigga. I'm your goddess. You will worship me. You'll lick my feet. And the moment you backtalk me, nigga, you're gay. Oh! Hey, hit him with the Tony Soprano. Oh! Hit him with that Tony Soprano. Oh! Yeah. It's like that. These women are in your life to give you pure hell. And a lot of women say, I'm bashing women. No, I get on the nigga ass too. See, a lot of y'all new to my channel. Y'all don't know. I talk about everything. I talk about crime. I talk about relationship. I talk about sports. I talk about everything. But the core of this channel is greatness. You got to make great decisions. Everything I'm talking about is about great decisions and putting God first. How can I get to the next level? How can I level up? How can I look better? How can I smell better? How can I move different to survive out here, right? So I bash men all day. I bash niggas all day. I bash both sides because both sides are trifling. But women, they never, women have selective hearing. They only hear when you critique women. They get mad when you stand up for yourself. Why do women get mad when you stand up for yourself? I'm a man. You're weaker than species. I'm stronger than you. We're faster. If you don't believe me, that's where there was such a debate at the universities because Lynn Thomas, this man who won all these awards in the swimming competition, it's like the Olympics or the colleges. No, it's colleges. This man, Lynn Thomas, name is Lynn, right? It's a grown man, but he identified as a woman and he was killing these women. This man was swimming laps around these girls. We're bigger, we're stronger, we're faster, more aggressive. It's just like women don't care about none of that. Just worship them. They want to be our gods. If a woman don't respect you, leave her. You damn right. You gotta have that respect. You keep saying how much you hate women. When did I ever say I hate women? See, selective hearing. But why would you want to be with women you hate? Be what woman? Hold on. I never said I hated women. I said I'm looking for a certain type of women, and women want to become your God. Not once have I ever said I hated women. I love women. But I also love G-checking. You gotta check these women. You gotta check men too. A lot of men are crashing out because they lack understanding. A lot of men grew up with their mamas and their mama is putting that goddess energy on them. If you don't worship a woman, you're a bitch. If you don't worship a woman, you're gay. This is why I say women are deceivers, because the moment you start acting like that, in the same breath, they still call you a B word because like you actually believe that? Like you're supposed to be checking me. I'm a woman. You're supposed to be protecting me. You're supposed to be leading me. You're supposed to be guiding me. You're supposed to be like, you're technically you're my ruler. I'm supposed to be following you. Women slick talk all day long. They tell you one thing, but deep down inside, they're testing. They test you. They trying to really see what kind of man you are. That's why they put this energy out here. They put these words out here. If you're not a real man, when you check a woman, oh, you're gay. When you check a woman, it's bashing. When you check a woman, it's this and that. But the moment you adhere to their demands, they still call you a B word, because deep down inside, they know that a man's supposed to rule over them. That's why I say I don't even play them type of games, y'all. You're weak, soft, and pretty. Beat it. Right and state in the matter. Let's see. Shout out to K-Rock. Get some shout outs. Check out these posts. I think I gave a shout to Miss B Samos. No. Southern Charisma. Me and Southern Charisma, I'm going to take her out on a date. I'm going to straighten her out because she's starting to get on my nerve. Me and Southern Charisma going to go on a date. Dallas got some nice restaurants. I'm going to straighten you out. I'm going to straighten you out. A lot of these women never had a strong man. Bitter enough to start a YouTube channel. Shout out to Paint and Parent. I like the sarcasm. K-Rock, right? And stating the matter. Shout out to K-Rock. K-Rock handling their business. Yeah, everybody ain't driven the same. You right about that. Shout out to Melinda Taylor. I think I got your name. The writing is small on here. When you believe it, it happens. Don't dog your man either. Thomas. Shout out to Thomas. Evan Chick. I hit the streets at 4 months old. Women. He said, I hit the streets at 4 months. Oh, that's a man right there, boy. That's a man right there, boy. He said, I hit the streets when I was 4 months old, nigga. I was out here handling my business. I got Tiana, I got Susie, I got Heather, I got Keisha, teenager, K-Rock handling his business. Yeah, and you see that's another thing. Don't let these people just basically take on. I'm trying to challenge you. Yeah, they're gonna challenge women. They're fellas. They're supposed to challenge you. I say it every day. If your woman doesn't have nothing to challenge, she's gonna get bored and she's gonna find another man. They're seeking masculine energy. That's why when Southern Charisma called me all kind of names, all that did was just turn me on because I know that girl been hurt. I know that girl needs so much love. It's not even funny. That girl needs so much correction. I gotta take her ass out to dinner. I gotta take Miss Southern Charisma out to dinner and straighten her out. That's your job as a man. Straighten them out. Now, if she give you too much hell, and man, you gotta learn your limitation. If this girl is giving you too much hell, you right, Miss Simone, Miss B Simone. You gotta get your ass up out of there, cause every man got their limitation. Like I tried to work out with this girl. I took Southern Charisma out to dinner. She's still calling me a bitch. She's still saying I hate women. What more can I do? I tried to have a conversation with her. It's been over an hour and 15 minutes. I'm trying to give her some game, trying to help people out. We're too emotional right now as men. We need to, as men and women, we just need to calm the hell down and get some redirection. We got to be great, right? I didn't talk to this girl. I bought her on the first date. I brought her flowers, and she just mugged me the whole time. What am I supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to do with that? I tried. Men, know your limitations. It's your job to rule over a woman. We are not equals. We're not equals. You can deliver a baby. I can't. You have milk that come out your breast and not, well, I don't, but there are some men out there do got some milk coming out their boobies. But overall, we don't produce milk to feed babies. That's your job, woman. You're soft, we're hard. We're completely different. We're one as being human, and the believers of Christ, we are one in our belief. We are one in our love of God. We are one in how we treat each other. We're in the Bible that say we are equals, especially when it comes to operating in society and especially in relation. We're just say we are equals. We're not equals. We don't have the same expectations. We do not have the same roles. A lot of women say there ain't no roles in a relationship. We're the same. No, we're not. Beat it. Ooh, when you start talking like that, I talked to my ex-girlfriend like, she snapped on me. She snapped on my black ass. I was like, hey. Women love to fight. Especially American. I'm speaking mainly for American women. Give them something to challenge your masculine energy. Give them some rules. Give them something to do. Take charge. Because in a woman's nature, her nature is to rebel against men. And once you figure that out, life is beautiful. They're going to challenge you every single time. They're going to challenge your every word. They're going to like, damn, how can I, he's so confident. Well, how can I match his energy? Now, today, they're trying to match your energy. They're trying to match you can't match my energy. I'm a man. Just like I can't match your energy. You're a woman. I can't compete with you in your feminine ways. You can't compete with me. But they told women they can do whatever they want because they're a woman. Especially if you're a pretty woman, you can do whatever you want. That's why you got all these pretty studs out here. You can be a boy one day, you can be a girl next day. That's what I'm saying. We need some structure around this piece. We need some structure around this piece. Give your woman something to challenge. Like, hey, when I get home, make sure the house is clean. Make sure the kids are put up, and I'll take you out to dinner. But I need it done by 7 o'clock, and have my outfit. Have my Levi, my favorite Levi jeans, have my favorite shirt, my favorite, you know what I like, and have my cologne set out. Because when I come home, I'm gonna go straight take a shower, and I need it done by this time. You got me? I got you, babe, and it better be done when I get home. See how I just did that? You see how I just did that? Pretty girl privilege. Pretty girls rule the world. Pretty girls are off the chain. Pretty girls, man, I date a lot. Pretty girls, they are some of the most insecure. They're some of the most privileged, entitled, chaotic. It's like the prettier the girl, the more chaotic. Damn, girl. Hell wrong with you? Give your woman something to challenge. When she start back talking, a lot of women back talk to see how you're going to respond. Women, they analyze your masculine. They analyze you as a man by your response. When she talk back, if you talk back, oh, why you talk to me like that? If you respond like that, that's her opportunity to either leave because she feel you're a weak man, or some women like weak men because they can give them pure hell, absolute hell. But if your response is like, I understand that you may be in your feelings about the situation, but make that your last time talking to me like that. Ooh, daddy's home. Make that your last time talking to me like that. Now she turned on. Now she turned on. Now she got, I just gave her something to challenge. I know he ain't talking to me like that. Then she gonna call her girlfriends. You know what this nigga just told me? I told him, yada, yada. He said, make that my last time talking to him like that. Make that your last time. See, I didn't get all my face. See, I'm trying to teach y'all fellas something. I didn't get all emotional. And some of these guys, even though there is masculine energy, he's still in his emotions. Some guys are like, they get all loud and, what you say, bitch? And blah, 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 blah. And some guys, they'll hit the girl. That's on my channel. Don't you hit that, baby. Don't you hit that girl. Don't you slap that girl. Don't you go to jail over this girl. You need to move like a damn man. I said one sentence and I shut that argument down. I understand that you in your feelings about the situation, but make that your last time talking to me like that. Dead serious. Woo! Because her goddess syndrome's like, I can't believe this human talked to me like this. They believe they're gods, bro. I can't believe this human talked to me like that. Pretty girl, shout out to Sprinkles. Pretty girls, woo, they gonna give you hell, boy. They know they fine. And it's so crazy, like every guy wants a pretty girl, but are you guys willing to deal with the hell? All pretty girls cheat. I'll be telling guys, I tell guys that if you're young, 16, 26, 36, it doesn't matter the age. If she's pretty, she's choosing. It's just what it is. Because she's pretty, that's what pretty girls do. Because they get eggplants offered to them digitally on these social media sites. They're getting offered eggplant to them all day long. These girls have been getting offered eggplant since they were 15, 14, 15. Plethora of guys been trying to crack this girl since she was 14. That's all she's used to. All that attention. She getting cars. She got this dude to buy her a house, all based off her beauty and her fat ass, right? So knowing that, be aware that if you're dating a pretty girl, she has somebody else in that contact. That's why I don't go through my girl's phone. Why am I upset myself? You're pretty. I know that you're talking to somebody else. Why? Because that's what pretty girls do. Privilege. And that's why I never let a girl go through my phone. Let's check this poll out. Let's check this poll out. For those of you just coming in, this girl behind me, I'm going to do the poll. I'm going to go the backstory. Now, I got to make some more videos. Hold on. Why is domestic violence so abundant these days? Jealousy, 15%. Need for control, 20%. Surge of toxic people. There's a whole bunch of toxic mofos around here. Poor communication, 27%. Those you just came in, this lady behind me, I'm out here in Dallas. Shout out to that Triple D, D-Town, Dallas. She out there in that Oak Cliff area with Yellow Beezy and Trap Boy Freddy and OG Bobby Billions. They're scared to come outside. Yeah, that's where they shot that video. South Oak Cliff is where she stabbed her baby daddy. He has slept at her apartment the night before. She went through his phone. She found out that her baby daddy, his last name is Jones. Her baby daddy, Mr. Jones, was talking to another broad. They went to the store the next morning. She was walking around she's carrying a knife, and she stabbed him multiple times in the chest. She tried to flee the scene. The police caught her black ass, and her baby daddy, Mr. Jones, was pronounced dead at the hospital. Her baby daddy was pronounced dead at the hospital. Stabbed him in the chest. She will be doing life in prison. He's in the upper room, and then the kids will most likely be with the grandparents, or the kids will foster care. Hopefully she has brothers and sisters. The kids can go with their aunties or nephews. But this girl right here, I found this story on Facebook. This girl has, I believe, has a bad reputation out there in Oak Cliff, Trap Boy and Yellow Beezy out there, because in the comments they kept saying that good. They were celebrating her capture. They were celebrating this girl going to prison. They were celebrating that good old funky hoe. Call her a dirty bitch. That's good for that dirty bitch. So I don't know what she was doing in these streets, but as you can see in her eyes, it's cold. As you can see in her eyes, she has no purpose, no God-given purpose. As you can see in her eyes, she is absolutely a lost soul, and she just ruined her life over a man, over her emotions. She had no direction. In order to be great, we got to have serenity, we got to have direction, and we got to have some truth. Serenity, truth, and direction. Serenity, God give me this. God give me the grant me, how's it go? Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Grant me the serenity, the peace. Serenity also means peace. Grant me the peace to understand that there are things in this world that I cannot change. And that's where a lot of people get messed up. They keep trying to change things that they can't change. You can't change if a person treats you bad. You can't change that a person not going to be there for you. He didn't want to marry you, girl. He knocked you up. He left you out there in the hood, out there in Oak Cliff, and you're on your own. Let's say the babies are 7 and 6. You're on your own for the next 11 years. And like I said, now we're living in days where men ain't helping no baby mom. They probably dust her off, pay a few bills, but to actually get in a relationship and help her, nobody's coming to help this girl. She's in the hood. Men are not dating baby mamas like they used to. And then her baby daddy is out there talking to another girl. Her life is ruined. If you have a baby, once again, I know you guys been here since the beginning. Said it earlier in the live. If you have a baby, your life is over. So you, hopefully the guy that you with, you chose wisely. No, you don't want to be with her. They're not married. But that's based off what the story said off Fox. It said that the father of her child, so it didn't say husband. So if you're not married, you're technically still single. He didn't want to marry this girl. But here's the thing. Now looking at her characteristics, it was something about this girl. He's like, oh hell no, she crazy. So if she's crazy, and this goes on the fellas, why did you have a baby with her? Why did you have a baby with a girl that is crazy? So it's damage on the man's part, it's damage on the female's part. They had no business bringing children into this world. It's going back to what I'm saying. This is what the channel is all about, great decisions. But to be fair to human beings, we all get hot. We all get horny. That's how we designed. We're animalistic to a degree, but what separates from us from animals is God. We have souls. We have morals. Animals don't go to work. You know, animals don't have to pay taxes. Like, it's completely different. So far as nature, everybody get hot. We can't help what we attracted. I'm attracted to women. Women are attracted to men. There's something about this person, even if it's not physical, it's something about this person that turns you on. They sweet, they nice, or that man, ooh, I like the way he moved, he worked, I love a hardworking man. Whatever the case is, attraction is gonna be there, nature gonna be there, but we gotta have that discipline. These two had no business having children. Well, in her mind, she felt that was the only way out. Woo! Shout out to Mrs. RH. Y'all gonna look at the backstory. Yeah, we're gonna need some more backstory. What I've gathered, because most women, they're only killing these boys because they're cheating. They don't want to be. Most women commit murders because either money. Most white women kill for the money. Like I covered a lot of stories about life insurance policy, but minority women is cheating, or the guy knocked her up and abandoned her. She's abandoned. She's abandoned, and because, okay, so what will be the reason to stab this boy in the chest if it wasn't cheating? He's not marrying her. That's one reason to stab this nigga, because we have a family. And going back to black women dating Pookies and Ray Rays, if you really, it sounds like this girl has problems, but it sounds like she had the ultimate desire to have a family, a loving family. Why didn't you just get yourself together and go get you an engineer? Go get you Or even go get you a guy that just have a good job, a manager at I don't know, a manager at was McDonald's. A manager at McDonald's make 55,000. You go get a job, you can go make, let's say 30, 50,000, 55,000 plus 30 is 85,000. Now, which woman out there would turn down a combined income of 85,000? Which woman would turn down a healthy relationship with a man? He's a manager at McDonald's and you working at a call center and you guys combine, no kids, you guys have a combined income of 85,000. Who would turn that down? See, she made her life hard with bad decisions. Damn, clean yourself up, get your hair done. That's what I'm talking about. She ain't put in the work. She just expect things just to happen. It doesn't just happen. It don't just happen. You have to put in that work. Let's see, commitment is lack. Oh yeah, he ain't committed to her. Now that we see she's crazy, but at the time, that was his fault. Why are you clapping this girl's cheek and you know she crazy? Them little kids gonna grow up and a dude at my job killed his wife. Can't say no names, but when the news broke out, he's doing life right now out here in Texas. He's doing life. Got that girl up out of here. He hit her with a blunt object. Damn. Get your hair did. Clean yourself up. Start loving yourself, ladies. Start loving yourself. Start moving like you got God working within you. Start having some forgiveness. Start having some self-love. That's why, see, guys, we have to love ourselves because ain't nobody coming to save us. And that's when the Miss Southern Charisma said, oh, just a woman should just be single. She can't be single. No woman can be single. That's how God made y'all. They made you guys to rely on us. But society told these girls, you better get your degree. You better not rely on no nigga. Oh, worthless ass nigga. Tyler Perry. The media has turned God's daughters against his sons. Stop me when I'm lying. Tyler Perry, Tubi, Music, Sukihana, Cardi B, Sasweetie, Hot Girl Summer. So deep down inside, all women know men are, let's be real, fellas, we're utilities to these women. You're a utility. They're gonna use you for your body. And just like, and they always try to make it seem like only guys want sex. Women want they backs cracked too. They want their backs cracked and they want money. It is what it is. So fellas, when you out there, don't slap that girl. You catch your girl, don't slap that baby. Don't go upside her head. I'm not saying just take the abuse. I'm saying if you really love this girl. Now, if you were single, like you guys are just starting out, or you guys don't have kids, or you're not married, you know, just leave her. You know, I mean, but even if you really like this girl, you know, now your self-worth is going to be challenged, right? Just like a woman when she finds out her husband's cheating. You know, if I take this person back, will they do it again? Now, I believe in giving people a second chance. Now, if you do it again, now that's different. See, when I was asking ladies about the first time your husband cheats on, it was his first, you guys been married 10 years and he only stepped out one time, most women would not take him back. But so does that man get any credit for the first 10 years? Oh! Yeah, y'all got the right one. This is from living experience. This is from this common sense. Does your husband, who came to you because he felt guilty because he loved you, he clapped one of them girls at the job. She was bad. Little Cynthia's fast ass. She was all over him. No, because y'all, and women, y'all act slow when y'all husbands cheat. Y'all act slow when your fiance cheat or your boyfriend cheat. Y'all know that committed men are desirable. Y'all, that's why y'all be fighting so hard for y'all man. Y'all know for damn sure, especially when you get that ring, all them girls, when that ring, when them diamonds get on y'all fingers and the whole world, y'all community, y'all hood, wherever y'all from, and everybody in your clique see that man put diamonds on your ring, y'all feel so special because deep down inside, y'all competing. Even if it's your friends or your family members, haha, bitch, I'm getting married. A man loves me. I'm getting life insurance policies. I'm getting everything this nigga got, and my life is gonna be better. And you bitches are gonna be struggling. Oh, oh, well, I need some truth. Oh, so you know that when you get married, and when these heifers, these lonely single heifers, these hoes see that ring on your husband's finger, you know he's a hot commodity. He's a hot item on these streets. You women know that. So when your husband, who you know that all these girls want him, he's handsome, he's tall, he takes care of you. Women are watching your husband, how he treats you. If your husband is treating you good, these other hoes are watching. That's why they want him, because nobody is treating them hoes good. So they rather, instead of getting their own man, getting themselves together, they want your man. And you women know this. So when your husband folded under pressure, he admit that he folded under pressure because he's a married man. You know your husband is surrounded by homewreckers. You know your husband is being observed by other women, how he treats you. He bring you flowers. He's good with them kids. Oh, he's good with the kids. Oh, he got a good job. Everything your husband is, these hoes want, and you know it, and he folded under pressure one time in 10 years. You guys been together 13 years, been married 10 years. Your husband folded under pressure. He came to you. He was honest about his cheating. He want to make things right, and you're going to leave him? Girl, pack your shit. Pack your shit then. You want to leave me because I messed up one time, heifer? Beat it. Because that's gonna really piss me off. Because so what about the first 13 years we were together and I treated you good? Do I get any credit for the flowers? Do I get any credit for all the text messages making you feel good? Do I get any credit for checking on you all the times that I checked in to make sure you're okay? Do I get any credit for taking care of the kids and being a loving father? Do I get any credit for taking the financial burden, taking on 90% of the financial burden so you can have a peace of mind? You ain't gotta be out here struggling. Do I get any credit for that for the first 13 years we were together? Hold on. Oh, somebody hit me across the head with some information. Here, hold on, y'all. Ouch. Miss, I think this is a woman. Candelicious. That's a woman. That has to be a woman. No, that's not it. LOL. These married men are doing the chasing. I just gave a whole lecture and somebody hit me over. Damn, well, goddamn. How do I combat that? What's my rebuttal? Damn, she just shut down the whole program. Nah, I'm just trying to help people stay together and, boost their maturity. And we need a lot. The whole point in relationship is forgiveness, but, Candelicious not having it. She said they're doing the chasing. I believe that's, well, damn. Yeah, they both. In my experience, observing married women and married men. Married women and married men are the biggest bops and thoughts I've ever seen in my life. Don't believe me? Come to the South. Anything goes out here. This shit crazy. I'm from the West Coast. The West Coast off the chain too. Have y'all seen Don't Be a Minister with while drinking juice in the hood? If she can get them. No. Who's this? Miss RH, pretty girl. You pretty girls. See, okay. So I agree with Miss Candelicious that there are married men who are, but you married folks are hoes, bro. You married folks are off the chain. But I'm saying, I'm not talking about how do I put it? There's a section, a category of married couples who just wild with it. They just don't give a damn. The wife gonna do what she gonna do. She getting cracked, and the husband, he's doing the cracking out in them streets. I'm talking about loving relationships where people made a mistake and they want to get back to that holy realm in their relationship. They want to get back to the love and their sacred position in their relationship. They want to get back to their relationship being sacred and beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. But Candelicious is right. Married men off the chain too. But Miss hold on, I almost lost my thought. Miss shout out to Sunny ABC. I get putting the culture in check, but looking around the YouTube, Mexicans, Latinos, Vietnamese are acting like we foreigners. Okay, I'm gonna get back to Sunny. I got Miss RH. Oh, where'd she go? Hold on. I saw the comment. If she can keep, oh, that's what pretty girl. Let me talk about pretty girls real quick. Y'all got me hyped up on this Sunday. I got so much to do today. If she can keep, that's my mom always say, if she can keep him, she can have him. You know why you're saying that, Miss RH? Because you cute. Not I'm trying to look at your icon. She look pretty. So, Miss RH is a very beautiful woman. She has the privilege to kick a nigga in the ass because she can get another one instantly. That's what I'm saying. Women, everybody's situation is different. Average girls, they don't have that privilege. So you can kick a man in his ass, Miss RH, because you probably got other guys on standby and you keep them in rotation. Not because you a hoe, because you are pretty and men come easy to you. Men with good jobs, regular guys. You probably get, if you don't have any kids and you are decent, you could probably get you a guy who makes a lot of money, probably high, low six figures, 100,000, 120K. So you're pretty. So getting a man is not hard for you. All you gotta do is go out, get your hair did, clean yourself up, and you hit these streets, show a little boo, get a little outfit to show your assets, and God's gonna be blowing your phone up. In the real world, you can get guys. In the digital world, you probably got a whole bunch of guys on your social media, all in your inbox trying to crack your back. So guys are at your disposal. So, but that's not like that for all other women, especially if they have kids, especially if they have businesses together. So why I'm trying to figure out why pretty girls ain't fighting for their men. Privilege, goddesses. We black in the eye. Shout out to not all. I'm married and happy. No cheating on my husband. Has never given me a reason to believe he is cheating. Do you go through your husband's phone? Dress classy, yeah. But most women don't. So what you gonna do? But I gotta roll out here. This has been fun. I hope you guys hope you ladies start practicing forgiveness for your cheating boyfriends. I hope y'all I hope you men forgive your cheating girlfriends. She does have somebody at that damn job. So don't you slap that girl. Don't you beat that girl. Don't you stab that girl. Just talk it out. Let's see. But 250, tell somebody about the channel, goddammit. I gotta start covering some more sports because this sports thing getting out of hand. I think Odell Beckham spent $50,000 on some cleats. Spent $50,000 on some cleats. I'm gonna check that out too. But 250, in order to be great, we gotta make great decisions. And stabbing your baby daddy in the chest because you didn't like what you saw in his phone is not a great decision. 250. Once again, Michael T. Porter. I'm gone.